Hello there, gang, and welcome to Displaying-Model-Behaviour, the Earth's mightiest video podcast. So take off your pants, crack a beer, and let's talk about the nerdy news that you need to know about. It's the only news that matters. It's good news. First up, Super7 have shown 4 new Ultimates TMNT figures. First of all, we got this foot soldier here. They're all going to be going for $55, by the way. Going to be coming out around about August next year. But I'd say that before I forget it. And this first one is just a boom, big old slice of my 1980s childhood. The super intelligent foot soldier robot, or just a battle damaged drone, if that's the one that you want to have. But I'll always remember the big giant robot head, kind of like the leader from Marvel Comics, when the foot soldier gets a double dose of intelligence, which even as a kid, I was like, how would the robot head grow? That doesn't make any sense. I don't know, I nitpicked a lot as a kid. But as a battle-damaged foot soldier, if you want to army build these things, I mean, whew, you've obviously got a bit of cash to splash, but it would look nice if you do. So you can see all the different accessories there. My goodness. It's a lovely looking package. I gotta say, it really, really is. Then we got Leonardo in his garbage can makeshift outfit. Ninja Nomad Leonardo. I don't know what the source material for that is, but there you go. You can have Leo with some makeshift accoutrements, I guess. I kind of like the sandals. They're sort of fun. And a garbage bin lid hat. Because why not? And Mikey, Rapper Mike. This was obviously coming towards the end of the 1980s Turtles, where they were like, what other versions can we do? Rapper, I guess? The boombox is kind of fun, though. That would just be a great 1/12-ish scale prop. I mean, Super7 are a little bit bigger than 1/12, but hey, a 1980s boombox, the bigger the better for those. They make sense. And then you got the Rat King, who looks full-on mean here, especially like that. The cat thing? Is that a dead cat? Might be our first dead cat accessory. Is that on the left a rat grappling hook? Completely bonkers. I kind of love it. This is a very grim, gnarly looking rat. What's his name? Rat King. I was going to say Rat Catcher. That was from Suicide Squad. Yeah, he looks kind of fine. Pretty gross. Pretty gruesome. Very, very classic, gnarly 80s Ninja Turtles. I kind of dig that. McFarland have shown the first official reveal picture of their Animal Man. Now, we saw this a few weeks ago just in the kind of sketch form, like the prototype picture of what they were going to be bringing out. And a lot of people were super excited because Animal Man, he's kind of a deep cut, but like a really big cult favorite for your more sort of existential, cerebral, mind-bending type DC stories. And this, it looks like what I would expect an Animal Man McFarlane figure to look like. And I gotta say, even though he's got the rubber diaper and whatnot, the actual overall look there, decent sort of face sculpt, nice claw kind of hand, he looks okay. That's all I'm giving you, McFarlane, though. It's okay. McFarlane are also giving us a look at their Target exclusive Red Tornado figure, and again, kind of like Animal Man, it does what it says on the tin. Not much in the way of crazy innovation, although I can see you got the little red tornado effect that you can put around his legs, so that's a little something. I kind of dig that. But yeah, I'm not a red tornado aficionado, but I know that he is like quite an important, I don't know, C-list Justice League person? Is that fair? Help me out, any Red Tornado fans. But certainly if you're building your wider classic DC collection, this guy is kind of essential, I think. Or not. I don't know. Tell me either way. Mondo have their 1/6 scale timed exclusive Panther up for pre-order now. So this is only going to be available at mondoshop.com until the 24th of this month, I think. And if you want him, it's going to be $500. Holy moly, but look at the size of this thing. Mondo are the ultimate go big or go home type company. So if you really want to have like the elite Masters of the Universe collection, that was a backwards E for the camera, doesn't matter, then this is the way to go. But again, we're talking $500 for Panther, but you look at the figure and it's like, okay, I get it. I can at least see where the money's gone. A little bit too rich for my blood. But also they said that even though this will be generally released and shipping in April of next year. There are a few in stock right now that if you pre-order, I think right away, I guess, then they actually have them ready to ship and ready to go. This just looks absolutely incredible, way outside of my budget or storage space capabilities. Nonetheless, though, sometimes you just got to look at these pictures and be like, whew, golly, they look pretty. SH Figurearts Super Saiyan Gohan Warrior Beyond Goku revealed. You can tell I had to read that off the screen because, oh my goodness, I would have had no chance otherwise. But it's another cute looking Dragon Ball Z figure from Figurearts. Going to be hitting Japanese shelves this month, actually. And then probably the US sometime in, well, early next year, I would imagine. You don't normally have to wait very long. $47. For this guy here, I can't tell you anything else about him because you know me. Dragon Ball Z is not my area of expertise. What is my area of expertise? We're still trying to figure it out. But don't worry. When we hit on it, you'll be the first to know. You'll be like, oh, Dave's speaking like he knows what he's talking about. That day will come. Today's not that day, though. Tomorrow, that doesn't look good either. Kai Toys are mixing things up again, this time doing a 90s classic Universal Soldier, which starred Jean-Claude Van Damme and Dolph Lundgren. 1/12 scale, so 6-inch scale, soft goods Mezco style, and going to be a similar Mezco price, around about that $90 sort of mark. And this is the first Hot Toys sort of version of these kind of soft goods 1/12 scale characters that I think I've really seen. I mean, they've done Judge Dredd and a few other 1/12, but this is full on like Mezco style, soft goods, military gear. It looks really good. Like it looks promising. Is it going to be like this in hand? I don't know. Haya seem to have a pretty good reputation. I've not heard anything bad about them. We'll be finding out in a few months when people actually have this in hand. But at a glance, it does look very cool. If you want to mix up your military lines, your Valaverse, your G.I. Joe, throw in a soft goods Jean-Claude Van Damme Universal Soldier. I love the idea of mixing up lines there. I mean, G.I. Joe has its celebrity soldiers with Roddy Piper and Sergeant Slaughter. Why not throw in JCVD as well? I think this looks very, very cool. Again, not something for me, but I like the look of it. And then it makes you also think, are they going to do a Dolph Lundgren version as well? Because if you can get these guys as a pair on your shelf, yeah, that's actually going to look pretty wicked. So stay tuned, because hopefully if they can do more from this line, I think together, they'd look pretty awesome. Now, if you're anything like me, you have never been in a social situation that you didn't want to just Batman smoke bomb your way out of and disappear. Well, thanks to Paragon Studios, now you can do. They've actually made this life-size set of Batman smoke bombs. This is wicked. This is really cool. Straight out of the 1989 movie. I think he uses them in the Access Chemical Plant. He does the whole body turn, seeing the police come because he can't bend his neck. And then he's like, boom, smoke bomb, and away. That would get me out of so many awkward social situations. This is going to cost you, though, because it's $300. That's $100 per smoke bomb. Honestly, that's money well spent. Nonetheless, though, there is actually a warning with these that if you smash these on the ground like Batman, you're just going to have a broken prop. They don't actually provide the smoke effect, which is just missing the whole point. I'm just going to have to pull the fire alarm again next time things get socially awkward. Never mind. But if you want these as just props to display, it's a pretty cool looking set. So you can get them over at Big Bad Toy Store. Well, now. Well, you can pre-order them now. Don't know when they're coming out. I can't see. No, nothing there. I'm sure it'll be sooner than later. And now, Stardust Toys must break you with their Dolph Lundgren Ivan Drago 1/6 scale figure. This is a pretty good look of Dolph Lundgren. I was asking for him in Universal Soldier. Well, we're getting the Rocky version, and it's 1/12 scale, going to be about $150, and releasing around about the end of this year, so not too long to wait. Makes sense that the Siberian Russian fighter would be coming out in the cold, icy winter time. This looks kind of fun. It really does. I love the fact that they brought Drago back for the Creed movie as well. That's super fun. The whole Rocky kind of franchise universe, it's a good time. And this is pure 80s. When was Rocky 4? I think like 88, maybe, give or take. The fact that he's got all the training gear as well, looks like a seamless body, so I'm guessing maybe a silicone body there as well with the metal endoskeleton underneath. There's some nice work that's gone into this. You're kind of Hot Toy style, but also considerably cheaper than Hot Toys as well. Does that mean that they're just more competitive, or does it mean that the quality isn't quite there as you would find with Hot Toys? I'll let you guys be the judge. If anyone has picked up any is it Star Ace? Star Action? Star Ace, that's it. If any of you guys out there have picked up a Star Ace figure before, comment below, let me know. I'd be interested to see what they're actually like in hand. Hasbro had one of their PulseCon bot Transformer live stream thingamybobs. Yeah, I think that's what they call it. And they revealed a whole bunch of new Transformers on there. So I'm not that familiar with the different brands and lines, so I'll just kind of read them off the screen here. We've got from the Studio series, Scrap Heap. So this is continuing their 1986 Transformers the movie line, which I'm always happy to see. So we got another junkie on over here. And you can see the actual transformation from bike to figure and back again. That's pretty cool. I always thought that was a badass moment in the movie where one of them's riding, the other one has a bike, and then they crash and they switch forms and the other one rides the bike back. Damn, that movie was little touches made that movie so cool. Then we got Studio Series Decepticon Mohawk, which looks like something out of the Michael Bay movies, I guess. Spindly, jaggedy, kind of rubbish. Yeah, must be from the live action movies. Then we got Studio Series. It says concept art on the box here. So is this a character that didn't appear in Bumblebee, but they're done in a style in which they could have? Maybe that's it. I'm guessing that. Either way, is it Rumble? I know it's one of Soundwave's minions, but I can't place him. Then we got Studio Series Wheeljack. Well, there's a name that I know, but a very ugly Bayformers design. Blech. I mean, you can say that it's kind of like a prejudice or a bias, but it's not really a bias when they're genuinely kind of crappy designs. So it's not a bias. It's just common sense. Come at me, bro. And so we got Scorponok here as well. Actually, Scorponok looks okay. Looks kind of like a spider slayer. We got ourselves Scrap Heap. Yeah, we're back to the start again there. So yeah, a few Transformers to choose from. I know that there's more as well. There's a Megatron that they put out as well. I'll see if I can find a picture of that too. Still, love the 86 movie stuff. Hate the Bayformers, and that's pretty much the way of the world. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it. I knew there were more figures, they were just a little bit further down my page. We're getting a couple of 2-packs as well, which are from Transformers Reactivate. This is a game, apparently, but it shows where my finger is. Actually, I don't know where my finger is, but I know what it's not on, and that is the pulse. But there's a Transformers game called Reactivate, apparently, and we're getting a couple of 2-packs. So you got Optimus Prime and Soundwave here, and these two designs, actually, I kind of dig them because they're upgraded to look more sort of real-worldy without getting the ugly, messy Michael Bay type design. So that's kind of nice to see. And they got their sort of Cybertronian, kind of post-apocalyptic looking forms. Those are actually, kind of decent there. I dig it. And then also we've got a Starscream and Bumblebee 2-pack. And I gotta say, actually, Bumblebee in robot mode there, that's like the most badass robot mode I've seen Bumblebee in. Nothing cute going on there. He looks like a bit of a boss. And the same for Starscream, actually. I love the original color palette still there with the red, white, and blue. But, he's just kind of got a decent transforming look. It's a good looking 2-pack there, I gotta say. Both, it's very rare, I think, where you have the alternate version and the robot version both looking good. But in this case, that's a neat looking 2-pack. I kind of dig that. Well done, Hasbro. You won me over on that one. Mick Toys are doing a 1/6 scale Not Bizarro action figure. This one is called Creature of Steel, but let's call them like we see them here. It's a Bizarro Hot Toy style figure, and that in and of itself, it's pretty wicked. I can see that the design with the S, they're going for a DCEU kind of Superman sort of design. So this is kind of a fun sort of what if. Like, what if Henry Cavill's DCEU Superman had a Bizarro version? I think that's kind of cool. Like, he looks gnarly. He looks scary. His Superman costume looks a little baggy. You can see it all riding up around the crotch there. Spider-Man used to have that problem, apparently. But nonetheless, though, I love evil doppelgangers, and this doppelganger looks pretty evil. He's going to be about $140 and available around about the end of next year. So you got a lot of time to wait for this guy. Kidult Hobby China. No, I've not heard of these guys before either, but a lot of places are posting a lot of pictures and a lot of videos of their post-apocalyptic 1/12 scale battle tank cruiser thing. What we're looking at here is what's being lauded around various Chinese toy fairs and sort of, more third-party kind of thing. So this is something that doesn't have a price yet. I don't think it has a release date, not that I can see, but I think anyone who's into their Action Force, G.I. Joe, Valorverse, look at the size of that. Absolutely bonkers. Most other retailers are putting out like the small sort of Doom buggy Jeep things, and these guys are like, no, we're going to do a whole 1/12 scale moving battle fortress. Completely bonkers. It looks like it's got remote control, guns, like crazy. But I kind of love it. I mean, where are you going to have the space for this? I don't know. It's not my problem. It's your problem, pal. But it's a happy problem, because this just looks a bit... Can you imagine having your G.I. Joes or your Dreadnoks hanging off of this thing? I mean, what a diorama piece. This is absolutely nuts. So we've only got a few like preview videos here and stuff, but I'm going to keep my ear to the ground to find out more about this as and when it might come out, might be available. I can only imagine we're talking a lot of zeros if you want this thing in your collection, but just as a cool little random oddity and a thing to look at and just kind of admire, well, there it is. 1/12 scale cross XX10 is what it's currently being billed as, but man, that does look like a whole lot of fun. To Machinations have shown off something. Want to hear me butcher the name? Here it goes. The Soul of Chokin GX107 Gurren Lagann and Giga drill set. Okay, I got nothing for that, but it's a big robot with a drill, and isn't that all you need? I know, Soul of Chokin. I recognize the name, but it's another anime that never made it over to English shores when I was a kid. We had Ulysses and we had the Lost Cities of Gold. That was the most anime type stuff we got. And even then, I think that was a French production company, so way outside of my area of expertise. But it does look like a super fun, awesome, wicked mech. This thing's going to be available in a few months' time. That's really helpful, Dave. I'll check out exactly what it says. I've got the information right here, so you can just bear with me a second. It's going to be available towards the end of next year, I think, on display to Machinations 2023. Pre-orders open November 21st and should be released around about April next year. There you go. The information was there somewhere. If it was a snake, it would have bitten me. And speaking of military vehicles, Ramen Toys have just shown off a couple of renders of their upcoming bridge builder 1/12 scale tank thing. It's a bridge builder. I know military stuff. And yeah, it's what we've come to expect from Ramen Toys. Incredible looking renders. But Ace, you're my friend. I'm talking to you directly, man. I'm not going to be giving you your flowers until we got them in hand. And we actually know what these bad boys are like. Because it's all well and good to get excited about beautiful looking renders. And I will admit, they are beautiful looking renders. But until I've got an action figure in my hand, I'm going to reserve judgment. But if the products live up to these pieces, oh, you military 1/12 collectors, you're going to be eating pretty well next year. Or actually not eating well at all because you spent all your grocery money on amazing vehicles, which honestly is a happy problem. A little statue fun now, just because I like to show off pretty things, and whew, we got a couple here from Kai Toys. This sculptor, statue maker, I mean, her products are pretty freaking amazing. And I mean, they should be. You're going to be spending like $2,000, give or take, at least, for a thing like this. But I mean, hey, I'm happy to comment on them because they're kind of one of a kind type pieces, really. I mean, look at that. That's Donny Cates. Well, Donny Cates is the writer, isn't he? Is it Ryan Stegman, the artist? Either way, this is straight out of the King in Black Venom saga right here. Beautifully realized and created. You got Miles in there as well. I could go through. There are a lot of pictures here, but too many for me to just flick through. But if you're interested in statues and just looking at cool stuff like that, if you're anything like me, can never afford to actually buy these things. I would need a few more channel member subscribers before I can do that. But believe me, if I ever got that many subscribers, it's pretty much where the money would go. Oh yeah, I would only spend it on cool stuff. And this Venom with the wings is pretty freaking amazing. It really is. So yeah, go check out Titanium Painter. All the usual socials of their Instagram and whatnot. And yeah, just bask in the crazy awesome work because yeah, it's pretty crazy and awesome. And a fun little random crossover. Adidas have an official TMNT line of shoes. And hey, look, this has been done a few times actually. A few different companies have done Turtles themed sneakers, but hey, anytime they do, it's kind of fun to cover them because these, again, it's just fun. It's a fun incorporation of two different franchises. Well, Adidas is a franchise, I guess, but you know what I mean. Repurposing one thing to be something else. That's kind of fun. Those yellow and green ones look very Jamaica, actually, as opposed to Ninja Turtles. But yeah, you got the Raphael and the Mikey there as well. Those are kind of fun. I'm not a big shoe person, but if you're someone who, like, you dig your sneakers, this might just be for you. Ooh, good Christmas present maybe. Put it on your list. And folks, that does it for Good News for today. Thank you so much for watching. What did you think about the items covered? Comment below. Let me know. And if you like what you see here and you want to see more, then you know what you gotta do. You gotta join the 6-1 clicks by clicking the like, share, and subscribe buttons. And if you want to go one step beyond, well, you can do. You can go over to patreon.com/displaying-model-behaviour. Toss a couple of bucks my way. You can enjoy all the exclusive videos on there, all the action figure reviews. You can get the call-in links to be a part of the live shows. It's a good time. Or you can get yourself a channel membership where you get all those same benefits and you don't even have to leave YouTube. So gang, thank you so much for all your support. And until next time, keep displaying model behavior.
Cup of coffee. Big time.